Hello and welcome back to Fanboys of Gaming Daily Cast. We are your hosts. My name is Christopher.
I'm Michael.
I'm Justin.
All right, we got some good stuff for you today. We got a really big download for Xbox One Rare Replay. We've got accessories for the Xbox One and for the PS4. And even though this isn't real, we're going to discuss it anyway. A Nintendo smartphone that plays Game Boy games.
Interesting concept.
It is. I think that'd be really cool. I just want to play Mega Man Battle Network all day.
Yeah, Sony did a PlayStation phone a while back, and it kind of just flopped because it was just a PSP on a phone. It was the PSP Go, actually, I think is what it was called. It just wasn't practical, so it just didn't work.
I've never heard of the PlayStation phone ever
Until
you brought it up to me before this video.
It's because it didn't do good. It was like a Verizon exclusive or something like that.
And on top of it, it was like still full price with everything. Like,
Oh yeah, it
really,
was still like $600 or some bullshit like
That's
that.
horrible. That's like a phone off contract.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
yeah, it pretty much it was.
it was stupid. It was it was a PSP, but it was a phone. So basically, if you wanted a PSP, but you really didn't want to go buy a PSP, and you had an upgrade for your phone, you just kind of bought that, and it did both, but it didn't do it all that well. Because you know how Android phones, when they first came out, even like they didn't get good until the last like 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't start being able to function longer than like 6 months without breaking down.
Well, it's the fact that like they got so outdated so fast because but like the inventors would just be like, oh, well, I guess got this brand new idea. We're gonna crank it out this new phone, and then next month they'll be like, I just thought of something even better than that, and just put it out.
I swear that is how the smartphone universe works.
Yeah. Apple has that sanctity though, where they like just kind of like, we have a bunch of ideas and we're just gonna cram them into one phone.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching a show on Netflix actually just before I passed out for this little nap I went on, and this guy, he had an iPhone 5 in his hand, and he goes, well, the new iPhone comes out today, so be wary, my phone's probably good. And his phone just like shattered and broke into like a million pieces like while he's holding it in his hand. I thought that was a really good show. But the Nintendo phone, actually, it has like a really cool look. They're calling it, like, the concept's called the Smart Boy. And looking at it now, it's got it almost resembles a mixture between an NES color scheme on a Game Boy Pocket.
Yeah, like the original Game Boy Color scheme. They have like all these weird extra add-ons for this concept of the phone, and one of them's like almost like a Wii remote kind of looking thing that attaches on, and it has like the Game Boy controls on it, and it has like an 8-bit power save mode, and it has all this like weird, really quirky kind of stuff that would be really cool to see, but I don't think we will see from Nintendo due to them getting into putting their games on smartphones to begin with. That would be way too much investment at one time, because they got the NX they're working on, they got the mobile games they're working on, then they still gotta like try to put out some Wii U games, and then they have to either they're working on a new 3DS or they're putting out new games for the 3DS or something. They're doing something with that too, so they got a bunch of shit they got to balance all at one time.
I don't think they're working on a new 3DS. They just released their.
Well, they're gonna fix the normal 3DS. They just released, like you said, a new 3DS XL with the second joystick, but the normal 3DS hasn't gotten anything.
No. In Japan it did. Here
in Japan
not.
It did.
Yeah. Yeah. No, they didn't sell the regular one here because they didn't think it would do well.
Makes sense.
So
if you're if you're as serious as you can be about a Nintendo handheld, you're probably gonna you'd probably get it in an XL. I think Nintendo, it was a good move that Nintendo made not bringing that.
yeah,
But
they're cutting their losses there.
yeah, but this phone, just looking at it, some interesting things I notice. Where a cartridge would go in the top is labeled battery, so like maybe it has like removable batteries or something.
Like a battery pack, I think it was the idea.
It appears to have a front-facing camera. And something else interesting is that it's charged by micro USB, and the headphone jack and the micro USB jack are on the side. It's just kind of dumb.
Well, here's the thing. I'm looking at it. Like where you put in that controller on the side, it is gonna be the most uncomfortable gaming experience you can ever have.
Yeah, they've already done that.
Like even with the Vita, like where it's still in the middle, right where they have the joysticks. If you don't have like some attachment on the bottom to it, your hands just cramp up within the first 15 minutes.
too
Oh
And
flat.
yeah, I got what you mean.
It's
Yeah, that's
too
probably right.
flat.
like
fact,
even with just like a normal phone like this, like playing it without anything like thicker on it just cramps up your hands. It's just because even like with people with normal sized hands, like I have abnormally large hands.
Yeah, you do.
Like, but
You have some
but
big
people
hands.
with like normal
People
sized
that are
hands,
normal.
yeah, like it may be better, but it's just the fact that like a phone so thin just isn't comfortable after a long time.
Oh yeah, I get what you mean. Like you have to have those like attachments on the
Well, like-
thing so you got something to wrap your hands around. Yeah.
Make it more like a controller.
Yeah, it'd almost be better to put the buttons on the top than it would to be to put them on the bottom.
Yeah.
Like put them off to the side up top so that way you have some you can like look at the screen while not having to like put your fingers like this while playing the whole time like in the old Game Boy Advances.
Oh yeah, it makes sense.
Well, I
That was-
think everything Nintendo's doing, at least in the mobile areas, everything's going to be like on screen. Obviously, all the controls and stuff will be on screen instead of doing like some weird touch bullshit where you like touch to walk somewhere. It's going to be like the analog sticks will be on screen and then the buttons will be there and everything.
that would be cool.
I
That would
think.
be cool.
Have you ever played a mobile game that has like clear joysticks and like clear buttons and stuff? It's
Oh, yeah.
awesome. It works so good.
I have not.
I mean,
You
on the
should do
good
that.
on the there's been some really shitty ones that I've touched and it's just like
That's mobile gaming
Oh.
in general. There's just
like,
a lot of shitty
Did you
games.
say there were some really shitty ones that I touched?
yeah.
Yeah, he's talking
like-
about the games.
Yeah, I know. It just
He's
that,
touched
that
some really
sounded
shitty
weird.
games.
That just sounded like
Yeah.
a weird compilation of words. I had some
Well,
really
yeah, it's a
shitty
touch
ones
phone. What do you expect?
that I touched.
Touch.
That was weird.
Yeah.
While we're talking about accessories, we got the possible or not possible, a confirmed PS4 licensed remote control for your
Finally.
console.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Xbox One had one, like, almost immediately, and we're just, like, sitting here, like, when am I gonna get to go? Nyko came out with one, but I read ridiculous amounts of reviews on it, and Nyko, to be fair, they come out with some really cool stuff, and but a lot of their stuff is hit or miss. Sometimes it's really, really good, and sometimes it's just plasticky garbage.
Yeah,
And-
those chargers for the Wiimotes for the Wii, those
Garbage.
batteries lasted like 2 charges.
Yeah, they're
And then
terrible.
all of a sudden they just like as soon as you'd pick them up, the battery would die.
Yeah. And like their Nyko control remote for the PS4 is garbage. It just doesn't work. There's nothing right now for the PS4 that works like a remote, so it's nice that we're officially getting one. I don't agree with the fact that it's going to be $30. That's insane.
Yeah, it only took them a year and a half into the console's lifespan.
And it's
I
not
mean-
even made by Sony. Sony's just kind of like paying to put their money on it.
I mean,
Like put their brand on it. Like that's it.
I mean, if it's still considered a licensed Sony product, if it breaks, you'll be able to send it back and get a new one or something like that.
True.
Oh yeah,
And
I bought an Xbox remote the day that I bought my Xbox One.
I mean, I had the one
And
for
you
the
got-
PS3, and it's nice. So, like, it's just
Yeah.
nice to be able to be like, I want to turn my PS4 on and just play a movie, not have to worry about going into the actual controller. And like, it's nice. Or you use it for like music and that.
Yeah, same thing. I
Yeah.
totally agree.
Sony has really nice designs for their controllers for the remotes because they make TV remotes, so they have the concept down of what a remote should be. I still think they should do an all-in-one. Is the PS3 remote an all-in-one remote, Justin? Like, can you program it to work with your TV too, or does it only work with your PlayStation?
I don't know. Let me look. Give me like 2 seconds.
The one for the 360 was a programmable all-in-one remote. The one for the Xbox One has a lot less buttons. It looks way
Oh,
different.
Yeah. Isn't it super small or something like that?
Yeah, it's like really small. It's a little bit. Its size is like a little bit smaller than an iPhone 6, but
Okay.
I don't think it can be programmed as an all-in-one. If
No.
it can be, you'll have to jump through hoops to figure out which buttons do which.
It is an all-in-one.
Is it?
Man, that looks
Okay.
nice. That looks like a real. That looks like a normal remote control.
Yeah,
It is
because
it is a normal controller.
Yeah, because Sony makes actual
They
Sony
make
TV
TVs.
remotes
Yeah.
look like that. The
Yeah, I think
actual
that
TV remotes look
the
like that.
nicest thing is that it still has like the home button and everything on it, so like you
Yeah.
can go home without having to get your controller.
That's the only difference between a Sony remote and a PlayStation remote, is the fact that there's a PlayStation button on it.
And
Other
for
than that,
those,
they're exactly the same.
and for those of you who actually had a special TV back in the days, you get that 3D button.
Oh, the 3D
Oh, that's
bar
cool.
for the
Yeah.
3D TVs.
One
As-
thing, one thing I don't like about the Xbox One remote is the fact that the 360 one had the buttons on it. Like it had like the numeric button pad. So like if there were certain functions you could do, like with the Y button or something, like you could still use the remote for it. The Xbox One remote doesn't have that. That's annoying.
So what, you can't hit Y or something like that with it?
Nope.
So you'd have to actually pick up your controller. Like if Y was search, you'd be boned. You'd have to pick
I'd
up
be
your
boned.
controller.
I'd be thoroughly boned.
That's really stupid.
That's
That's
I
just
think
not
I think
thought
Justin
out.
and I had a race to who would talk first, and I think I won. I'll
Oh no, you're fine.
give Justin the consolation prize of letting it continue.
I don't. I just think it's funny that like how you would include all your buttons on one remote that's on the controller. Like I almost think that they should go in and make it like something you can play like this on the side, just like a basic side scroller game that only uses directional pads. Like if they had that,
But then
That
they
would be
get sued
badass.
by Nintendo for copying the Wii remote.
oh,
And then everybody would make fun of PlayStation and be like, you just stole that from Nintendo. And Nintendo would be like, yeah, you're right. Screw you guys. That's our thing. Don't turn your controller sideways and make it look like a Wii remote. You're a dick.
no,
We all
just a
see
normal
the remote,
like
Justin.
this. But put the directional pad up here. Like I understand it's for like it's like a Wii remote, but it's still the fact that it's a normal remote.
You know what would happen if they made that? They'd make it, everyone would like it, and then they do what they do with every great feature. Not fucking use it. Ever.
Mhm.
Except for maybe Tempo. Or Tembo. Tembo the badass elephant.
Mm-hmm.
Have you either of you seen that game?
I have
Nope.
not.
It's a side-scrolling game with an elephant that goes around and just like it plays kind of like Sonic, like a 2D Sonic, but it's a giant elephant.
Well, that's just great, Mike. We're gonna
that
move
sounds
away
like
from side-scrolling elephants, and we're gonna move over to Xbox One getting a mouse and a keyboard.
The full support for a mouse and a keyboard.
Yeah. I'm pretty
Because-
sure you can use a keyboard with it now.
Yeah, you've been able to
Oh.
use keyboards with the 360 and the PS3.
Yeah, as
You
long
can
as
use keyboards.
as long as it's a USB keyboard, you should be fine.
You can use
Yeah.
Bluetooth too, I think.
Yeah, well, just as long as it's can connect to a normal computer, you should be
Yeah.
like you should be able to use it.
Now, now the thing I'm confused about is the Xbox One doesn't, like, anyone who's played Destiny, they know that when they're on the screen with their ship, they have a free navigating avatar that they can move to hit different buttons on the screen. But Xbox does, but the normal concept doesn't have that. So I'm curious to how a mouse will integrate into the operating system. I'm assuming it'll have something to do with maybe with the new operating system coming out not so long from now.
Yeah, they'll probably put in the full integration with the new system because already it's very based off of Windows. So if they can make it work with a computer, which is, to be fair, more complex than system
Yeah.
UI, they can make it work with the system UI. And the whole idea behind it is right now you can stream, at least I had been talking to one of the admins for the Facebook page, and he was streaming his Xbox games to his PC. He said it was great. He's like, everything looks good. You can record like 2 hours gameplay. He goes, it's great. He loves it. It's fantastic.
See, the really cool thing, I've been hearing a lot about that, and the really cool thing is that all of the work is done by the console itself. So I could play Destiny if I really wanted to on my Surface 3, which I'm recording right now, and it would run just fine because I wouldn't have to worry about RAM or having the graphics be really low just because the console's doing everything. It's just being streamed to the tablet and not using its RAM or its actual like integrated hardware.
Have you figured out if it's Bluetooth or Wi-Fi stream? Is it more like the PS4 where
It-
it does the Wi-Fi stream, or is it
I
actually?
believe so. I believe it's Wi-Fi based. I don't think it's Bluetooth
Okay.
based, which kind of sucks, but
Wait,
whatever.
what are we talking about right now?
Because
Because if you do, go ahead, Justin. Go ahead.
if it's like the PS4 and like it's Wi-Fi streamed, like I like Wi-Fi stream, but it's still a fact that I feel like Bluetooth is like a lot more like stable connection compared to Wi-Fi, because Wi-Fi has jumps every now and then.
He has
Yeah.
a point. He has a point.
Yeah.
And even though like Wi-Fi runs through your whole house, it doesn't actually mean you can play it from like all over your house. Like I've tried to play my Vita streaming my PS4 in my room when it's downstairs, and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Even though my Wi-Fi is stronger in my room than it is down here.
You have good Wi-Fi. You have
Yeah,
really good Wi-Fi.
I have great Wi-Fi, and it just does not work.
So I don't know. You could probably
That's out of the
hardwire.
three of us,
You
and
could
then me and then
hardwire.
Mike sitting down at bottom tier.
Yeah. You
But
could
it's-
probably hardwire it to get in though, to stream. I don't see
Yeah.
why you wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, true.
Which would be at least my preferred way. I like hardwiring things now that I've seen how it's on. I used to be a bitch about it and be like, no, hardwire stupid Wi-Fi all the way, and then I'm like,
I don't have an issue with Wi-Fi as long as the things that you really need hardwired are hardwired. Best
Yeah.
example, I have my Xbox One hardwired, and I have my Mac, which I just like do homework on and obviously record. I don't really think I need the absolute. What are you smiling about, Justin?
Just Mike blowing all the smoke away from his camera. It's just funny.
Yeah, sorry, I was vaping.
For some reason, I'm making a lot of eye contact with Justin. I don't know why I'm not looking at Mike's video feed. I'm just looking at Justin.
Because
I
he
don't
doesn't
know.
look. Because Mike doesn't look back at the camera.
Justin's pretty.
Thank you.
Justin's pretty.
I was told never to
Okay.
look at the camera.
So, Xbox is actually getting a rare replay, which I really like and enjoy because I have most of the old games for the Nintendo 64, which they're going to bring back to the Xbox One.
I'm so excited for this.
I thought it was awesome. Just hearing
yeah.
about it, I thought it was a really awesome thing. And then I saw the space you needed to download it.
But to be fair, it's still smaller than Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah, and it's 30 games.
Everything and its grandma is smaller than Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah, Elder Scrolls Online's
I
like
mean-
80 gigs after you download all the updates in the game.
I said Ender Scrolls. I'm thinking of Minecraft. I meant Elder Scrolls. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm
I don't know.
what I'm talking about.
But here's the thing, though. Like, even though they are 64 games, like Mike, you were complaining about this before. That like, how does it take up so much space? When you think about it, though, they're bringing in better graphics. Like Banjo-Tooie, I guarantee you, is getting the Xbox 360 graphics. That
Oh, yeah, no.
when they remade it, like stuff like that.
Yeah,
like, they made-
Battletoads is updated. They
Yeah.
updated Battletoads to fix the two-player glitch.
Mhm.
Gustav, do you know about the Battletoads two-player glitch?
I do not know about the Battletoads two-player glitch. Enlighten me.
Battletoads had the worst two-player glitch I've ever seen in my life. Basically, the two-player glitch was it registered that your teammates were also enemies. So if you were both trying to fight enemies at the same time, you could kill each other. And it got very annoying because it's one of those games that has like you only get 3 lives and then you're done until the end of the stage. And there's a particular stage in Battletoads that's very infamous for the two-player glitch, and it's a scene where you're going down on a rope, and you have to fight enemies that are in between you and your teammate. And when you swing across to fight them, you're on the same level. So if player 1 were to swing across, they'd hit player 2,
Yeah, I
and
guess.
vice versa. So when you went to attack people, you ended up killing your teammate. And they have gone in and fixed that bug so that when you play 2 players in Battletoads, you don't kill each other and get really pissed off at your friend and want to choke him on the couch next to you, which is fantastic.
Sounds
That sounds like
a
something
plan.
I'd do to you when we played zombies and you would get downed all the time.
That is something you would do to me. That's why we can't play Battletoads. Well, we can when Red Replay comes out, but right now we can't.
And one of the games I am really excited about is Perfect Dark. I don't know if you ever played it on Nintendo 64, but that was really one of the best multiplayer games ever.
Perfect Dark. You'd have to enlighten me.
It's
I never played it, but I've seen a lot of video footage of it. It looks fun.
And it has the best multiplayer mode ever. It's like it's good guys versus bad guys, pretty much. And the good guy is super strong, but only has one life, while the bad guy controls a bunch of little guys, and they're really weak, but you have unlimited respawns.
Oh wow! Much. Holy shit!
So it's like all the good guy has to do is just complete the objective, whatever it is, either like get a briefcase or something like that, and all you have to do is survive.
Yeah.
To get that, while the bad guy's only job is to kill the good guy.
Kill you. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
that's interesting.
They're like one-hit kills for the good guy just to kill him, but it's the fact that like the bad guy can keep coming. It's I like it. I think it is one of the coolest type of game modes ever compared to just normal. Oh hey, here's this.
You know it should be rebooted.
What?
GoldenEye.
GoldenEye.
It was actually
the ridiculous dancing glitch.
Mike, there was an HD texture pack that came to PC not too long ago.
That doesn't count. I don't care about that. I want a reboot. I want a complete reboot, and I want it to come out.
The glitch that makes all the characters like
screw themselves up and just
they
like
include
implode.
That because I love seeing that.
I've never seen that.
Oh my gosh! All you had to do the way it was designed, it was like just really fragile, a really fragile cartridge, and all you had to do was just like push the cartridge, just a little bit. It didn't matter in what direction. Just give it a push in any direction, and all of a sudden, every time you would move on screen, all of the other textured characters on screen would just all of a sudden be
jumbled
just like
together.
But you'd stop moving and they'd be fine. And then you'd start walking again, and all of a sudden just you need to look up a video of it.
Why would you purposely ruin your cartridge though?
I called it the dance party glitch just because I feel like you could put some dubstep music to it because they look like they're dancing.
But why would you purposely ruin your perfectly good game cartridge?
No, it doesn't ruin it. It just makes the game crash. Is all. Like
it just makes it crash. It's no big deal.
You're missing my point. It didn't matter where you touched the cartridge. All you had to do is just put a little bit of pressure on the cartridge in any direction, and it would start doing that. And if it would crash, you would just turn it off, turn it back on, and it'd be fine.
But that doesn't answer my question. I want a multiplayer GoldenEye. I want GoldenEye's multiplayer remade.
But here's the problem, though.
It's so good.
Like, here's the problem. You would still need to get 4 people over, because otherwise you would have to get someone to make a server.
Oh, he's right. Yeah.
As there was no online play, so.
Yeah, but.
Yeah.
Call of Duty. Activision, publish it. If Activision publishes it,
they're not going
we'll
to.
Be perfectly fine.
Make it happen, Activision.
It's like the same thing we talked about before, Shenmue. It's the fact of nostalgia versus actual new game.
Yeah, I guess.
Right.
Oh, that reminds me. You had sent me a link about Shenmue 1 and 2. Are they getting a remake, or is that an HD remake, or is that a rumor?
No, that's pretty much a thing. They raised like $11 million for that shit.
Oh, holy shit. The last time I checked, it was like 6.
No, that's for Shenmue 3.
Oh, okay.
This is a separate $11 million.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
If anyone has another separate $11 million, they can pay my college if they want. Just saying.
Make a Kickstarter. Put Gustav through college.
Put Gustafer through college, please. I'm majoring in physics.
What did you do?
Looks like you got some physics in your house.
That's a good joke, but shush. I knocked over one of my pop figures.
Oh, good job.
Aaron Yeager's down.
Oh, God. Does Colossal Titan not approve? The joke has to continue. Oh, it's so much creepier upside down.
Well, on that note, check us out on Facebook at Fanboys of Gaming, and check us out online at fanboysofgaming.com.
Links are in the description.
Links are in the description below. I'm Justin.
I'm Michael.
I'm ticked off that my figure fell, but I'm Chris. And we'll catch y'all in the next one.